Ladies and gentlemen, today let's talk about this concept of switching brokerages and what I learned from, there's a lot of new agents that come into the business and they jump around. They switch brokerages all the time. Listen, what I really learned, if you want to be genuine and honest about it, is simply this. Most brokerages, right, they're just simply not going to spoon feed you deals, right? It's just not going to happen. What they're going to do is they're going to bring you in, right? They're going to say they're going to do all these things for you. There's one factor that I think people forget about, and that factor is you. No brokerage that you're going to join, no matter what they say to you, are going to spoon feed you deals. Unless you have that real personal relationship with somebody at the top, or maybe you just joined the company early on, so you have that preferential treatment, right? Because of longevity, family ties maybe. But more or less, most of the time, whatever company you go to, the problems you're having now, you're going to have moving forward. The business you're doing now, you may have moving forward because you bring you, right? You are bringing you wherever you go. So you're bringing yourself. So if you want to make more money, you have to fix what's between here, what's in your heart. You have to work on yourself. And that's the honest truth, because most of the time you realize that, at least what I realized moving 5 or 6 brokerages, at the end of the day, the brokers aren't going to just spoon feed you business. You're going to have to do the hard work. You're going to have to do the hard work on yourself. And that's my honest opinion about brokerages and what they offer. You have to be humble in the sense that it takes years to truly build companies, right? That you're not just going to go there and start changing things, right? Obviously, the stuff that most real estate companies are doing is working for them, right? And if you're coming in and learning the business, or you think you know the business like most of us, you have to keep yourself humble, because at the end of the day, you're going to have to do the work to get the business, to get the results that you seek. In real estate, it's like a double-edged sword. Everybody has all these opportunities, but the sword is that there are too many opportunities. Sometimes you don't figure out what you have to do because you start with one thing, then you're like, I can do this, I can get that. And the way we've built our business over the last 12 years, into $1 million business, buying a 4-unit investment property, right? All the things that I thought would happen year 1, year 2, didn't even happen year 5, with all the brokerages that we went to and all of them promising all these amazing things. It simply comes down to this. You bring you wherever you go. Nobody's going to spoon feed you. And you really have to take the time to do the work, right? Because a lot of times agents think like, I want 100% commission, but 100% of nothing is still nothing, right? In my first company, I was getting paid 35%, right? So 35 or 50% of a lot of money could end up getting you paid $100,000 or more, which only 15% of the population actually get. So don't listen to all the fluff you hear out there, right? It all looks good. Everything is a shiny object. But you just got to pick what you're going to work on and how you're going to grow yourself and grow your business. You have to know that it's up to you to do the work, right? You could give somebody a shovel. You could give somebody, like bring a horse to a water where you can't make them drink the water, right? But you got to dig and you got to do the work. So if you're not willing to do that, it really doesn't matter what brokerage or team or company you're on. You have to put in the time, right? So I hope that helps. Don't forget, in real estate, everything looks good. You have to be intelligent enough to pick apart what you're going to do, what your plan is, and then you have to really, really stick to that plan, right? Because there's always like the next best thing. And the way we built $1 million business, which if you think about it, everybody says they make money, but the amount of people that make over 500 grand is such a minuscule number that you probably don't even know most people that do that. So if you're looking to learn, go look at our old videos where we built a business from cold calling to growing into marketing to growing into leadership. And I think at the end of the day, the road for me has been slower than most. If you know, you're one of those lucky people that just come into the business, it takes off for you, that's amazing. But for the rest of you, don't get fooled by that one person who things look good for. Usually, it took them like 10 to 12 years like me to even get remotely anywhere, like, you know, on the mountain. And then there's just some people that are anomalies, right? You can't teach the majority to do what the anomalies do because sometimes that's just not how it goes. So if you're looking to change brokers, just remember, it's not the brokerage most of the time, it's you.